Fender Telecasters. How awesome are they? This one's a family member's. Let's put this down very carefully, shall I? So Telecasters are probably the most versatile guitars and probably the most basic looking guitars that just look absolutely beastly. Between the shape of the body versus how they feel and versus how they sound, mate, don't even get me started. There is one little gripe that I have with particular styles of the Telecasters. Not so much different styles versus like your thin line Telecasters and your dual humbucking Telecasters. Just a tiny little thing, literally the tiniest little thing that gets flipped around however many times between different pickups, right? Well, I can tell you guys that it is the top hat switch covers. For those of you who aren't familiar with the top hat, or the top hat versus the 50s era switch covers, the 50s era ones, they were particularly prominent during 1950 on to 1958, I believe. It was around about 58 and 1959 they decided to go to the top hat covers. And the top hat covers, well, as you hear me complain, now, why do I have an issue with it? Well, it's literally the most smallest little niggling thing, but I lose these. I lose the top hat covers, as opposed to your 50s ones, which are the bobbin, a little bob, tiny little cute little round knobs. And that's mostly because of the internal construction of these two different types of switches, or switch covers. Especially off my Jimmy Page Telecaster, it just sort of makes it at the moment look like I'm abusing the guitar when I'm actually not.
Give me your fucking money!
It just lost the switch cover, which was my own fault, but also kind of unavoidable. As you'll see up on the screen, the top hat has a funny looking little zigzag or sort like a tooth, like little teeth that grab onto the switch in a non-parallel fashion. Whereas opposed to the 50s, well, they've got the it sort of looks like it fits a lot more snug on top of the switch. And most of all, I think that that's just a much more clearer concept, or a more sturdier concept. And not to mention, on the 50s one, I've only knocked that off probably about a couple of times at a gig, where as opposed to the top hat, I've lost even at a rehearsal space and I've had to go and buy a new one. If anyone knows of a aftermarket brand or company who does a top hat cover without the funny looking teeth on the bottom, let me know, because I'm sick of losing them. Other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. It's a short one for tonight, but yeah, hopefully you're all staying safe, and I'll catch you guys around in the next video.